Hello everybody, Ragtag Zagvi here. Welcome to the next episode. In the last episode, we finished exploring the tomb of Paul and got his sword. We had a few extra swords as well. Oh, and tricked the Sith Academy student who wanted to try and steal the sword from us and give him a fake, which resulted in his death. And we also got enough prestige to go to the tomb of Naga Shadow.
What are you doing here? Go back to Uthar and tell him you are ready to take your final test. Our moment is at hand. Go. What are you doing?
Oh, right, I can't talk to her anymore. You could have asked her more about her past, which actually makes it easier to do something with her a little later. I forgot to do that before finishing the prestige. But anyway, let's head to the tomb. Also, if you do like these videos, do like the video, as it does help with the algorithm and all that. Now let's head for the tomb.
So then, I take it you are ready to travel to the tomb of Naga Sadow. Your final test should not be delayed.
What is the tomb of Naga Shadow?
It is a tomb that belonged to an ancient Sith Lord. The greatest of Korriban's Sith Lords, in fact. It is there that your test is performed.
What is this final test?
I will tell you the details when we are there, young one. You will, however, fight for your life. That is why I suggest you be in sufficient health.
I'm ready to go.
Then we go now.
A day passed in preparation. Ufar takes you and Laura to the Sith tomb. Your companions are not permitted to join you.
Very well. We are now ready for your final test, young Sith. You have earned the right to see if you shall become one of us.
Indeed you have.
Is that a tone of mischief in your voice, dear Uthara? You should know by now that no scheme is certain.
As should you, Master. But I was only agreeing with you. Should we not get on with the test?
Yes. Yes, of course. We are in the sacred tomb of Naga Sadow, young one. The one discovered by Darth Malik and Darth Revan years ago. You are to follow in their footsteps and reach the ancient star map that lies deep. There you will find a lightsaber, amongst other things. The lightsaber is for you, your initiation. Return to us once you have it. For you, the test does not end there.
Be very cautious here. This tomb is like the others in this valley, and many of its old defenses remain active.
Do you understand what I have told you? Are you ready to begin?
I don't understand. Why not just give me the saber?
If you do not strive to achieve something, then it will be meaningless to you, wouldn't you say?
Can you tell me about anything what I will face?
No, that is part of the test. Overcome the obstacles that lie ahead on your own.
Find a star map. Find a star map with the lightsaber. I understand.
Good. Uthara and I will await your return.
So it's time to go into the. All right, that's the way out. Also, I do apologize for the sound of what could have been like an airplane or helicopter. I don't know if the mic was picking that up because it was surprisingly loud. So we have to do this trial completely on our own. We have no aid from our party members. So make sure you come really well equipped. This is another reason why you should save this Korriban for last, because it makes this bit a little easier. Secret. Ooh, datapad. The datapad appears to be a journal of a Sith who obviously didn't make it past as this portion of the final trial. Most of the journal contents that consists of the Sith's account of gathering enough prestige with Master Uthar to take the test. The only final entry appears to concern the test itself. It seems I need to get across a pool of acid in the center chamber if I am to complete my tests. Yes, but that's not going to be easy. The runes name one Ovulus the Pillar of Fire, while the other is the Pillar of Ice. I can only assume one of the pillars leads the way to remove the acid pool, fire or ice. Wouldn't fire create toxic fumes? I'm not sure. Maybe freezing the pool would be safer. I would be worried about that once I bypass the treasure tech beast. If I can, I suppose it's now or never. Right, so I don't think we want to go into that room yet, because I believe that has turret attacks. I think if we go over here, I forget if there's anything that we need over here, but I think this does lead to a few items. If this is the room I'm thinking of, you want to pop a save before coming into this room. Yeah, this is the room I'm thinking of. You'll walk in and the door will lock behind you, lock you into the room. Ooh, crystal and a blaster. There are 3 pillars that have electrical readouts showing the energy levels of 4 systems. The controls show that these systems can be transferred to other pillars. Caution, some systems are very delicate and improper transfer of power can cause an electrical overload. In order to unseal the chamber, all the following 4 systems must be transferred to the right pillar. Top system may be transferred to any pillar safety without fear of overload. Upper mid system, this system can overload if transferred to a pillar with an active top system. Lower mid system, this system may only be safely transferred to another pillar that either has no systems or only the base system active. Base system. This system may only be transferred to a blank pillar with no systems active in it, or it will cause an overload. Remember, a system may only be transferred to another pillar if it is the only active system on that pillar, or if it's the last one listed. The current system displays the pillar's read. So, the safe way we can do this, you can reset it at any time, but we want to move a system to the left pillar. We want to move the red, so move the red to the middle pillar. We want to move a system from the left pillar. We want to move the green to the right. Then move a system from the middle pillar to the right. Then we want to access the left again. Move it to the middle. Then we want to access the right. Move it to the middle. Oh, wait a minute. Let me just double check to make sure I've set that in the right pillar. Oh, we actually wanted to move it to the... Yeah, that's the pillar we wanted to move it to. We want to move, I believe it's the right pillar. Middle. Then move the left pillar. We want red to be in the middle. That will leave blue, so we want to access the blue and move it to the right pillar. Access the middle and move it to the right. So the red's there. We want to access the middle pillar and move it to the left, I believe. Then we want to access the right. Move the red one to the left pillar. And we want to access the middle pillar. Move it to the right. And access the left. Move it to the middle. And then the rest is easy. Move it to the right. Middle. Right. You've unsealed the doors. Why am I dancing around these things? Come on. The Monument of Naga Shadow. You get the Naga Shadow Poison Blade. So yeah, you don't need to come down here, but you do get a rare sword if you do that puzzle. Which I believe the Naga Shadow Poison Blade, as the name applies, it can do poison damage to an enemy, so it can potentially poison them. And I believe it actually does decent damage for a Viro Blade. So it's worth doing the puzzle. Otherwise, you have little reason to do the puzzle. Now let's go back to deal with Torrent-attacks. You may also want to save in front of this room as well, because there are 2 Torrent-attacks in here, if I remember correctly. And also, the door does lock behind you. And doesn't unlock until the Torrent-attacks are dead. Got them both stasised. Come on, kill one before it unstasis. I'm gonna force heal right here. Do another force heal. Stasis. Let's kill this Torrent-attack before it unstasis. Let me see. Let me grab one of my med kits. Let's use an advanced. Let's recover the deadly gas mine.
No problem. It didn't work.
Okay, why is the door still locked? The Torrent-attack is dead. Am I missing something? This datapad belonged to the Jedi Sohara Nu. Her last entry is compelling. I have tracked the Torrent-attack that ambushed us in the Silac caves to this tomb, but even as I stand at the entrance, I know this is wrong. Dark thoughts filled my mind, hatred and vengeance. I cannot stop myself from blaming Gonhan for Duran's death. If he had not abandoned us, my love would surely have survived the Torrent-attack's first attack. But my hatred for Gonhan pales aside my burning desire for vengeance. My blood boils to destroy the creature that ended Duran's life, no matter the costs. I know such dark thoughts, also those of the dark side, but I cannot help them. Even the second set of tracks outside the cave does not persuade me from my task. Once one Torrent-attack egg 2, 1,000, it makes no difference to me now. The only image I see is that Duran's broken body, and only blood can cleanse it from my mind. I hope my master will forgive me for what I am about to do. Well, it looks like you failed at that job. So pull the lever, that's what I was missing, that will unlock the doors. So here's the pillar of fire and ice. So we can get a special cold grenade. And a special fire grenade. From the pillars of fire and ice. Now we can go for the middle portion of the tomb. Yeah, I cleaned you out. Let's go through here. So here's that acid pool. A dangerous looking pool of acid has flooded the room. So we need to use one of the grenades. You want to use the special cold grenade because the datapad mentioned that using fire would get rid of the acid pool, but it would create a deadly gas that would pretty much kill you instantly. However, we chuck a cold grenade, it will freeze over the acid pool, making it so we can safely walk across it. And there was a random explosion, okay. And here's the final star map we were looking for. All of its loud glory. It honestly does sound like a pod racer starting up. If anybody's played the pod racer game or seen Phantom Menace, it sounds just like a pod racer. We now have all the star maps, and it look like they're triangulating a location for us. There's also our Sith lightsaber that we need for our trial. That looks like to be the system where the Star Forge is at. A neat little detail that I actually do like once you collect all the star maps. It actually does show you where it is. Ufar and Uriah is waiting for us.
So, you return to us with the lightsaber in hand, as I knew you would.
The Force has served you well.
You took a great risk in acquiring the artifact. You used your mind and your power. No peaceful meditation, no pacifism. Sometimes you must fight in order to achieve. This gives you your passion. This makes you stronger. This is what makes you superior. That is the lesson we teach with that part of the final test. Do you understand?
Siths are not the only ones who fight and take risks.
True, but most would say they fight only when they must, or not at all. We are the ones who know that struggle is what makes us superior.
Are you saying a Jedi couldn't gotten the lightsaber?
When a Jedi acts, it is with skill, true. But the Jedi teach you that your passions are counterproductive, that strength is only found in peace. Did you not feel a moment of excitement in the tomb? Did your passions not flow and make you feel stronger and more alive? What purpose would be served by restricting yourself from such? I would say only the purpose of the Jedi. Through this, they would control you and restrict your potential.
I don't believe you. I don't feel superior anymore. I wouldn't say I exerted myself getting this.
Perhaps not to someone of your natural strength. The point is in the recognition of the nature of the act, rather than its sheer difficulty.
I don't believe you. I don't feel superior. I don't feel superior to anyone.
If you came to the Academy, you must have felt the stirrings within you that cry out for the freedom of the dark side, that cry out for release, I can only show you the path that will lead to power and superiority. You have followed it this far. You must decide if you are capable of continuing.
And if I'm not?
This is where your path ends, young one. There is no turning back once you have embarked on it.
I think I understand.
Good. The last part of your test will now commence. Here, you will learn the lesson of competition. All life must compete in order to flourish. Such is the natural way of the universe. To stand still is to know death. One must always be moving forward. So it is the same amongst the Sith. Compete or die, mercy is irrelevant. So it behooves you in this final test to strike down one you are familiar with, for no other reason than to prove you are superior and without mercy. Normally, this would be against another student. You, however, get a special treat. You will fight Thora here, my own apprentice.
You talk too much, old fool.
So, you know, do you? Well, it makes no difference. You have become too ambitious, Euthura. It is time for you to die.
No, it is time for you to die, Master. My pupil stands with me.
Sadly, Euthura, it is you who are mistaken. Your pupil is more ambitious than you realize. Isn't that so, young one?
Sorry, Ufa. I'm with Uriah on this one.
Do you hear that, my master? That is the sound of a new leader rising to replace you.
So the time has come, has it? I will... no. My strength leaves me.
You are weak, Uthar. And the Force has abandoned you. We have made sure of it.
Time to take out Ufar.
Finished. And a new order is brought to the Academy. Excellent. Unfortunately for you, I don't intend to share power. It's time for you to die.
Typical, I knew it was coming. But I don't want any power.
As if I would ever believe that. Defend yourself if you dare.
Unfortunately, we do have to fight her.
Stop. I yield. You are too strong for me. Gather your hatred and strike me down if that is your will.
Go on, get out of here.
As I thought, you are no Sith. A real Sith would have no hesitation in striking me down.
That's right, I am no Sith. And I'm glad for it.
Then I hope you got what you came to the Academy for, whatever that was. I was right the first time back at the cantina, wasn't I? There is something strange about you. More so than I even suspected. Your path leads elsewhere to a destiny I can only guess at. Whatever it is does not involve joining the Sith. Not yet, at least. Go then. Go and leave here. I'll not stop you.
Light side points gained. I thought we can convince her to leave the dark side. I know we gain light side points for sparing her, but I thought we can convince her to leave the dark side. Well, I think I'll end things off here. In the next episode, I'll look into it and we'll leave the academy. Later, everybody.